If you're playing in Dynasty, the time to sell these players is right now. What are you waiting on? Get these people off your team, get some assets before it's too late. Let's talk about these players. All right, the first guy we're going to be talking about here is a running back at 25 years old, and you're probably saying, 25 years old, hey, that's pretty good for Dynasty. Well, no, it's Najee Harris. I'm telling you, this guy, he began the year last year very, very poor. He wasn't what you expected him to be. You drafted him higher, thinking he's gonna get all this volume, and he just didn't produce. It wasn't until towards the end of the season that he was getting some games where you can say, hey, that's what I drafted. But he didn't have 20 carries in a game until week 10. Only 3 games in the entire 2022 season did he have over 20 carries in a single game. That's just not what you're looking for when you want those bell cow type of backs. He had only 1 game all season over 100 yards rushing, and that came in week 17. I mean, for Steelers team who just really focuses on that one running back, this isn't good. I mean, he barely eclipsed the 1,000 rushing yard mark for the entire season. The fact is that Jaylen Warren is in the wings waiting to take over for Najee Harris as soon as he gets the opportunity. Jaylen Warren, when he's on the field, he looks really good. He looks like he knows what he's doing, and he looks like he can be a really good fantasy asset if given the opportunity, if Najee Harris is kind of touted to be not the guy for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, in week 15, he had 11 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown. Week 17, 12 carries for 76 yards. So Jaylen Warren can definitely get the job done. He just needs that opportunity. I would say right now, definitely for Najee Harris, sell now while you can, because if he plummets, you're going to be stuck holding the bag. Let's talk about the next guy here at 32 years old, quarterback Geno Smith. Now, he had the best year of his entire career last year. Now, do you want to believe that that can happen again? Or do you just want to sell high right now? There might be a team out there waiting to win right now, and they just need a quarterback to get it done. They may be able to give you some type of assets for Geno Smith. Get rid of him. Take him off your hands. You don't want him right now. He had over 4,200 passing yards last season. He hasn't had over 2,500 yards since his rookie year in 2013. You sell high on this guy. I don't think he's going to be somebody week in and week out, year in and year out that you can depend on for your dynasty roster. 32-year-old quarterback. I think it was a one-year wonder type of flash in the pan. Get him off of your team. They should be drafting another quarterback in the draft. We're going to see how it goes, but we just have to sell now before it's too late. This is the absolute most he will be worth right now. Go ahead and trade him for some assets, get him off your team, and kind of rebuild at that quarterback position. You don't want to be left holding the bag with Geno Smith. The next guy we're going to talk about is the 34-year-old quarterback in Kirk Cousins. The time could come to an end for Cousins sooner rather than later. Yes, he's playing good. Yes, he still has Justin Jefferson right there, but you just never know when they're ready to go younger. They've already got rid of Adam Thielen. Kirk Cousins might only be there for a couple more years, and that's it. Sell him now while he's got some good quality and you got some good talent that you can really kind of sell on to get you the best assets possible. Sell him to one of those contenders that needs a quality quarterback. If you got Kirk Cousins, you got Geno Smith, start unloading these guys. You don't want to be held with these guys on your roster. Once they plummet, you're not going to be getting any value for this guy. The last time he threw for over 4,500 yards was back in 2006 when he was with Washington. So 2016 with Washington. You don't want to be going back there. Yeah, he had a good season last year. I don't think it's going to happen again. Get rid of Kirk Cousins. Another guy we're talking about here, 27-year-old running back Austin Ekeler. He did ask for a trade this offseason, and he may still end up with the Chargers this season, so he's going to be producing. He's at an all-time high right now. He was the #1 running back last season. Try to get some assets for Austin Ekeler if there's a contender out there that really wants him. Get rid of him. Get some draft capital back so you can start rebuilding your team for another run. He won't find the same role that he had with the Chargers with another team. There's not another team out there going to give Austin Ekeler the amount of catches and the role that he had. There's no way. You know, he's on top right now of fantasy football running backs, of all running backs, and just sell him now while he's hot. If the Chargers draft someone like is rumored of Bijan Robinson, then Ekeler's not going to come close to producing what he did like he did the last 2 years. Get him going before the NFL draft, before Bijan Robinson is selected, because this is the most value you're going to have right now for Austin Ekeler. If he ends up getting traded and you're holding the bag there when he's with another team, he's not going to produce like he did now. So just get rid of Austin Ekeler. Sell now if you're in a dynasty league with Austin Ekeler. And the last guy we're going over today is 29-year-old Mike Evans. I mean, out goes Tom Brady, in comes Baker Mayfield. I'll say it one more time, just in case you didn't hear me. Out goes Tom Brady, in comes Baker Mayfield. Okay, you need to get rid of this guy. 29 years old, almost 30 years old. You don't want to have this type of wide receiver with no one really throwing him the ball. Baker Mayfield has not shown that he can produce a number one fantasy wide receiver. He's going to have a lot of growing pains right now with Baker Mayfield. You know, it's going to be really, really bad. If you have Mike Evans on your roster past this season. I mean, he still holds some name value. It's Mike freaking Evans. I can see his streak of 1,000 yard seasons coming to an end in 2023. Mike Evans has had 1,000 yards receiving every single year he has played football, and this year, no, I think that thing's coming to an end. Baker Mayfield will not be able to continue the hype around Mike Evans. Please sell him now while he's on top. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any comments, leave them down below. I'd love to have a conversation. Hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Helps out the channel, and hit that like button. But other than that, I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.